All right, let's dive into one of the most important and honestly most influential tools in all of modern technology. We're talking about a programming language that has kind of quietly taken over the entire world. So let's just start with the big question, right? How on earth did one particular snake, a language named after the British comedy troupe Monty Python of all things, become so dominant, so incredibly popular in the tech world? To really get why Python is such a stroke of genius, we first have to understand the problem it was designed to solve. And that problem is simple. How do you talk to a computer? Because let me tell you, it used to be really hard. Think about it like this. On one side, you've got the computer's native language. It's super complex, full of ones and zeros, and you have to manage every tiny little detail. On the other side, you've got us, humans. We just want to express our ideas in a way that feels natural, right? That huge gap between how machines work and how we think, that was the big challenge. And this is exactly where Python steps onto the scene. It didn't just offer a small improvement, it brought a totally elegant, simpler approach that completely changed the game for developers everywhere. Okay, I know what you're thinking. This definition right here, it sounds like a bunch of tech jargon, high-level, interpreted, general purpose. But trust me, each one of these terms is a direct, powerful answer to the problems we were just talking about. Let's actually break it down. So high level just means you don't have to sweat the small stuff. You focus on your great idea, not on managing the computer's memory. Interpreted is a huge deal. It means your code runs line by line so you get feedback instantly, making it way faster to build and fix things. General purpose? Well, that means it's a Swiss Army knife, not just a hammer. You can build almost anything with it. And dynamically typed means less boring setup and more creating. Python was built from the ground up to help you think bigger and work faster. But it's more than just a checklist of features. There's a whole philosophy behind Python, a kind of secret sauce that explains why millions and millions of people have fallen in love with it. And that secret sauce is this: readability is king. The core belief, sometimes called the Zen of Python, is that code is read way more often than it's written. So it should be beautiful. It should be clean and easy for anyone to understand. It does this by using simple English words and a clean structure that basically forces you to write organized code. And boom, this right here is the perfect illustration of that whole philosophy. This one line of code is a complete working program in Python. It's simple, it's clear, and it does exactly what it looks like it does. No tricks, no confusing symbols. Now, on top of that amazing simplicity, Python has what's known as a batteries included approach. What that means is, right out of the box, it comes packed with a huge library of pre-built tools for all sorts of common tasks, so you're not constantly reinventing the wheel. But the magic doesn't stop with what's built in, and this is where things get really incredible. A massive, passionate, global community has built a mind-blowing ecosystem of additional tools and packages. And the scale of this is just staggering. We're talking tens of thousands of free, ready-to-use packages on the Python Package Index, or PyPI. Think of it like a giant free app store for developers. Need to do something really specific? Chances are, someone's already built a tool for it and shared it with the world. So you put it all together, this focus on simplicity, this massive toolkit. What does that actually get you? What can you really do with Python out there in the real world? The short answer? Pretty much everything. It's the engine behind websites you use every single day, like Instagram and Spotify. It's the language powering so much of the groundbreaking artificial intelligence that's changing our lives. From data science to automating boring office tasks, software testing, even making video games, Python is a major player. Okay, this all sounds great, but talk is cheap, right? Let's wrap up with some actual proof. Let's see for ourselves what this simplicity looks like in a real program. Now, even if you have never, ever coded before in your life, I bet you can follow the logic here. Step 1, we import a tool we need for math. Step 2, we define a simple recipe, a function, to tell the computer what we want to do. Step 3, we just write out the formula in a way that looks like, well, a formula. And finally, step 4, we tell it to use our recipe and give us the answer. It's just designed to make sense. So really, the big takeaway is this. Python's real power isn't just a list of features. It's how it lowered the barrier to entry, how it made it possible for anyone with a great idea to turn it into something real. It truly democratized coding. And that leaves just one final question for you to think about.